this exercise is really focusing on the technical part of defending. And what that means is how should Gracie's body be positioned to the offensive player. And we're not going to overcomplicate this. It's a very simple way to do it. Gracie, very simple way to teach someone a proper way to approach a defender is, Gracie, this is what I'm going to have you do. I want you to play the ball to Josh and then go touch the ball with me outside pinky. Got that? So what are you going to do? You're going to pass it, and then what are you going to go do? Touch it with the outside of your pinky. Ready? Go. Jog over. All right. Come back here, Gracie. So when Gracie, come back here, come back here, come back here. Come here. When Gracie went and touched the ball with the outside of your pinky, go ahead. All right, freeze. Look at her body. She's 45 degrees. That's really what we want. Jog back. Here, pull in. Jog back. All right, now Gracie, this is what I want you. I want you to jog, touch the ball with the outside of your pinky, and jog backwards to that cone. Ready? Can you do it fast? Go. And jog back. Good. Now next time, after you touch the pinky, I want you to stand up and freeze. Ready? Go. Freeze. Okay, there we are. That's really what we want her to be in. She's got great position. She's got 45-degree angle. And that's really how you start warming up. An easy way to do this is you have 3 people. Gracie, back up. Little Connell, stand up for a second. Come here. Come here. I want you 3 to just pass the ball around. Just in a triangle. Let's go ding, 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 ding. Ready? Go ahead. Pass it back and forth. All right, now freeze. At some point, Josh, when he gets back to you, I want you to put your foot on the ball. And as soon as Josh puts his foot on the ball, the 2 of you have to try and beat each other and touch the ball with the outside of your pinky. Got that? All right, play. Go, go. Don't dive in, okay? Let's do it again. Keep moving the ball. Go. Good. If you look at their footwork, it forces you to be 45-degree angle. Thank you, Connell. Appreciate it, buddy. Back up now. Let's go back over here. So now what's going to happen, Gracie's going to get the ball. Thanks, Gracie. Gracie, I just want you to dribble to that cone. Okay? Nice and slow. You don't have to sprint. I don't want you to walk. All right? Josh, you're going to approach her. Approach her. And you're going to take a 45-degree angle, and you're going to watch her the whole way. Okay, so I'm going to model first. Gracie, can you step back, please? Josh, go back over there. Play me the ball. Ready? That's it. It's forcing him to move his feet. One thing Josh did a very good job of is he didn't cross his feet. We don't want our defenders crossing their feet. Josh, come here. I'm going to defend you. You go side to side. We don't want to see this. We don't want to see this. This is when you start to get beat really bad. Come back. Now, Gracie, I want you to do it, okay? So basically, you're just going to dribble at that cone. Josh is going to do the defending. When I say freeze, though, I need you to freeze. Sound good? Josh, you're going to play her the ball. Freeze. Bring it back 2 steps. Okay, so Josh right now is in a distance that the distance we want to talk about, you referred in 2 different ways. It's touch tight. Touch tight is he tight enough to touch your arm? If he's not, we call him a cameraman. Taking pictures. He's not really defending. So if you can get in close enough to where it's touch tight, that means you're in a tackling zone. That means you're in the zone where you can win the ball. For some players, that tackling zone is big. You're tall, you've got long legs, you've got some players that you think you've beaten them, and all of a sudden this leg just comes from nowhere and just picks up the ball. For Josh, he's going to want to get touch tight right here so that at any point if Gracie takes a bad touch, he can win the ball. I'm not going to have you win the ball yet though, okay? So let's go back to the beginning.
The name for this type of defending in an early part of practice is called shadow defending. He's just shadowing her while she dribbles the ball.
Ready? Go. Get touch tight, get touch tight, get touch tight. Perfect. Good. Very good technique, Josh. Come back. Give him a hand. Now you can incorporate two different types of tackles. The toe touch tackle and the inside of the foot tackle. We're gonna do one at a time. So now you're gonna play it to Gracie. Gracie, you're gonna do the same thing. All right. Now when Josh recognizes the right moment, he's gonna toe the ball away from her. Now I want you to go. I'm gonna freeze you. Okay. So play. Just do what you were doing before. All right, and freeze. Back step. All right. So Josh gets into his touch tight position. Good. Once he recognizes Gracie is taking a bigger touch that he can win, Gracie, take a touch. Come with her. Oh, you gotta come with her. You gotta come with her. Now it's the toe. Bam. Right there. That's all you need. A quick little toe touch. When you're in that zone, you'll be able to reach out to it. If you're not touch tight, you're not gonna be able to get that ball. So that's why it's very important if we can train our defenders to get touch tight. And that's something when they're playing in the game that you can say, touch tight, get touch tight. And they'll know what that means. It's very quick and it makes sense to them. So let's do it one more time. Gracie's going to try and steal the ball. Now you're live. It's live defending. Coach Stevens was right. Prior to this, it was shadow defending. Now I'm letting Josh loose. All right? But I'm also letting Gracie loose as well. Gracie, under control, just like you were dribbling there. Use the outside of your foot or the inside of the foot. I want you to try and get to that cone. You can't kick the ball out of this box, though. So you gotta stay in the box. Can you do that for me? All right, ready? Go. Get touch tight, get touch tight, get touch tight, get touch tight. All right, great. Stop. Now Josh, because we incorporated him at 45-degree angle, as soon as Gracie cut it, what did he do? He switched to a 45 going this way. One more time, please. Ready, and go. Good, good. One more time. Ready? Go. There it is. That's the toe touch right there that we're looking for and freeze. The second one is using the inside of the foot. Just having them practice both is very important. Any questions on any exercise like this? When you want to incorporate this into practice, you'll have lines there, lines here. They go, and then we go. So just keep going back and forth. It's very active, very engaged. It's very competitive, and that's good. Josh played defense this time. When he switches lines, he's on offense. And then Gracie's going to play defense. Any questions? Now, if I recognize Gracie's cut left and right, and Josh is getting torn apart, and he's crisscrossing his legs, we stop him, we fix his angle of approach, and then we get him going back up again. Don't let him continue to cross his feet. Josh did a really good job of, come here for a second. He approached her like this. Gracie took a touch here, and rather than Josh do this, he dropped his right leg so he can stay open and a 45-degree angle. It's very important that we keep that. There are a lot of kids right now that come through into the high school level and they're still crossing their feet. They fall on their rear end. They're like, well, how did I just fall on the ground like that? That's because their feet got crossed out. And this force, that again, is repetition. Getting them to keep that 45-degree angle. Let's work ourselves over here.